Hi, my name is Garrett Jackson, and I'm applying for the graduate assistant position for the Harrison College of Business and Computing. I would just like to make this video to answer a few questions and to help with my application process. So the first question I'd like to answer is, why are you applying for a GA position? So the first reason I'm applying is much like many other students that are applying. It's the financial benefit of having a position like this. A college education is very expensive, and a graduate level education is even more expensive. And Southeast has a great program that's very affordable, but it still is a financial burden for me and probably many other people. And so to be able to get a graduate assistant position and to have some financial relief would be a huge blessing to me, and it would really allow me to just take full advantage of my education and take full advantage of looking into getting a full-time job once I graduate. So really, just the financial benefits for this position would really be beneficial for me. The second reason is because I just love Southeast in general. I really enjoyed my time at the university, and I've spent all 4 years here. My whole time as an undergraduate student, I've been at Southeast. I've spent a lot of my time in Dempster, the business building, and I've just loved every moment of it. I've loved the people that I've met, students and faculty combined. I've loved the classes that I've taken, the things I've been able to learn, and just the connections and resources I've gotten from Southeast. I think it's a great university, and I would be more than happy to help contribute and make it a better university, even if it was a small way as a graduate assistant. The third reason I'd like to apply for this position is because I've actually been interested in being a professor in the future. This is something that I would probably have to work a few years, see if I really want to do it or not. But I think a position like this would be a great experience for me, a great example of if I'd like to be a professor or not. And I know I wouldn't be doing a lot of professor things. I may not be a teaching assistant, but I think that being able to have connections with the faculty, to maybe be able to shadow them and maybe have some responsibilities that would mimic a professor would really be an honor to me, and would just let me know if this is a field I'd maybe be interested in going into later in my life. And the last reason I'd like to apply for this position is because I think it would make me a better candidate while I'm searching for jobs in the future. I think that the tasks and responsibilities and the experiences I'll gain from this position will really make me more marketable to companies in the workforce. I think that I would be very attractive and be able to tell great stories about the things I did, whether it's just a line item on a resume or during an interview, just telling them about some of the experiences I've had, the people I've worked with, and just the time I had at Southeast as a graduate assistant. So the second question I'd like to answer is, what are the unique skills you bring to a GA position? So for me, a lot of these skills actually connect to why I want to be a GA. I think that a lot of the reasons I'd like to be a GA make excellent skills and would help me be even better at the position. So the first would just be my role as a student. I've had an excellent career as a student, and like I said earlier, I love being a student. I love learning, and I love being in the classroom. And I'm just a hard worker in general. I think that would translate directly into the GA position. I think that my desire for learning would translate fully into whatever project I'm working on, whatever task I'd have to do. I think it would be a great way for me to learn more and just dive headfirst into it. The second reason I think I'd be a great GA fit would be just the connection I have with the faculty and staff at Southeast. I talked earlier about the connections I've made, and I think that would go miles and miles ahead for when I have to work with them. I think it would be tough as a student coming in as a graduate assistant and not knowing the faculty, that it may be tougher to ask them for help, or maybe tougher to work with them on an assignment, or to take care of a responsibility for them. But for me, I already have connections with some of these professors, and I'd love to be able to come into their office and ask them questions and to learn from them. And I think the relationships I have with the professors already would be a huge plus and a big benefit for me to have as a graduate assistant. The next skill I bring to the table is the network and connection I have in the Cape Girardeau area. So being born and raised in Cape Girardeau, I've been able to network and meet a lot of people in the community, whether it's single figures or whether it's a whole company in this area. I think that my connection would be hard to find from a lot of other students, and I think it makes me a very attractive candidate, because if we wanted to bring someone in as a sponsor, if we wanted to ask someone to be a guest speaker, or we just wanted help from the community in any way, I've been able to meet a lot of people, and I think it would be great to bring some of these outside sources in. I think that the faculty and staff in Dempster, the Harrison College of Business and Computing, would be very helpful for me and would help me solve any problem that I need. But if it were necessary to go outside of the college, that I would have excellent connections and help make that happen, along with any connections that other faculty and staff may have at the Harrison College of Business and Computing. And so the last reason that I think I'd be a great GA, the last skill I bring to the table, is just my passion. I talked about it earlier, how much I love Southeast, and I think that passion is what's going to take me to the next level as a graduate assistant. I think everything that I do as a graduate assistant to make this college better will translate to even better work because of how much I care. I'm not just here to get an education, and I'm not just here to get the piece of paper at the end of the day. I'm here to help make this university better, and that's what I love to do with this position. I love seeing SEMO get more accreditations. I love seeing SEMO get recognized by the Princeton Review in so many different places. And so I'd love to do even the small things to help make SEMO even better. I'd love to put SEMO in a better position and help future students come to a great school. I'd love for students to be able to come in and get a world-class education and then go to a Fortune 500 company, go to a Fortune 50 company. I'd love to see our future students become alumni and have great opportunities. And that passion that I have and that desire to help this College of Business and Computing, that passion I have I think will translate directly into the work I do every single day and the conversations I have with the students and the faculty that are in the building. So those are some of the main reasons that I would like to be a graduate assistant, and some of the skills and qualifications that I bring to the table. I think that would be a great fit for the position, and I would really love to be a graduate assistant for the Harrison College of Business and Computing. So thank you very much for listening. I appreciate you taking this time and considering me for this position, and I would love to hear back from you guys and just to hear whatever the next step is in this process. So thank you so much for listening.